'cause I give my all. Oh, no, little by little, I pour out my heart. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. I could stare at you for 100 years and I never blink an eye. You were beautiful, just like a flower. I could walk with you for 1,000,000 miles and my feet.
Good morning, happy Monday. How are you? I hope you're well. It is Monday, just looking at the date, the 2nd of September today, and I'm feeling excited for autumn and winter. I am usually like such a summer kind of girl, like I'm such a summer baby. I've always just come alive when the sun comes out, and that's always been my favourite season, summer. But as I get older, I really appreciate how cosy and like peaceful autumn and winter is. Like I'm really looking forward to some of the darker evenings and the darker mornings, and I'm not looking forward to having the heating on all the time because heating bills can be expensive, so that's not ideal. But I'm really excited for a new season. I can hear next door's dog. Never mind. Although I'm not excited for spider season. I feel like autumn is when the spiders come out. It's not even 9 o'clock in the morning and I've already seen about 4 spiders. As I was going into the shower, I had just brushed my teeth, pulled back the curtain, see this spider like this on the shower, on the button that I was about to press to turn the shower on. What a fright I had. It was quite a big spider. And then I went to go and get a dustpan and brush from the kitchen, and then I came back. The spider was, you know when it does that thing where it plays dead, so it pretends that it's not alive, obviously, that's what playing dead is. Then all of a sudden it started running, and then I was squealing like a pig. So I've got teaching shortly. I've got a few Amazon packages that came, so let's have a look at them. I have some protein bars. These are the Grenade Oreo white chocolate protein bars. 20 grams of protein, which is pretty good. Oreo white chocolate, so nice. Just good when I want something that's sweet, like a nice sweet treat, but I also want something that's filling too. If I want like a normal chocolate bar, I will just eat it, but there are times where I want something that's sweet and filling. And I absolutely love putting these in the microwave for like 20 seconds, 15 seconds, so that they warm up and go all gooey, then put them into some porridge with 15 grams of Biscoff, and it's just like a really nice sweet treat, but it's still filling because it's got protein in it and everything, and obviously porridge or oats are filling too. I think you can only get like maybe 1 or 2 from the supermarkets, and they're more expensive. I think it's a bit cheaper to buy them in bulk than buying like separate individual protein bars. Next up, I got a book. This is Powerless by Elsie Silver. Altogether there are, I think, 4 books in this series. I'm currently reading Heartless by Elsie Silver, which is the one before this one. Nearly through it. I've just got another quarter to go, so I ordered this one ready for when I finish this. It's basically like a small town kind of romance series that follows a family that live on a ranch. Some new earplugs. These are the Quiet 2 Plus earplugs, and they are in the colour mint. There was no pink, sadly, so the next colour I got was mint, because mint's a nice colour. And these are supposed to be extra quiet. So I already have earplugs that I will still continue to use. My pink ones, I'll still use those as well, especially when I'm teaching, because they're fine. Like, these just give you that extra layer of quiet, and I've been wearing these to sleep in for the last couple of days, and I do feel like they are even more effective than the other ones, which is fantastic. So I do feel like I've had like a slightly deeper sleep in the last 2 days since wearing these new earplugs. I got a new keyboard cover. It's like a pink inside, because my one on my laptop that I've had for years is so old and it has holes in it, and it's like really annoying when I go to type and like my fingers get stuck in the holes, and it's just annoying. So I thought I need to get a new keyboard cover, so I got that. Oh, that's a cute little bag. Usually it just comes in a cardboard box, but... So I got a new electric blanket. I always have had an electric blanket because it is just the coziest thing ever, especially when it gets to winter and it's really, really cold. Like, there's nothing better than turning on your electric blanket half an hour before you go to sleep or so. It's just so lovely when you get into it. But my old electric blanket broke just before springtime, around April or something, and then I didn't bother getting a new one because I knew that we were about to go into warmer weather, so I just left it. But as it is now September, it is starting to get a little bit colder, so I thought I'd best get this before the icy temperatures hit. It's for a double, and it's just got a little control remote that you can use. It's got 3 different settings. I can't wait to put this on the bed. I'm actually going to put this on the bed now, I think. I'm going to change my bed and add this in so that I'll have this tonight. Yeah, I think that's everything. That's everything that I got from Amazon. Just a couple of necessities, a couple of things that I really need.
Survive. I didn't figure this out till I was older. But you will always naturally inflate your own contribution to the relationship and diminish theirs. And the relationship is never going to be in perfect harmony or balance. So in those periods of deficit, you've got to bring forgiveness, you've got to bring patience. Otherwise, no long-term relationship is going to survive. But the majority of wealthy people are actually stay married, or stay married no matter what. I'm not suggesting that at all, but there's just no getting around it. The team is much more powerful than the individual. Wealth and opportunity and long-term economic security is the American corporation. These are unbelievable platforms to get rich with some certainty, slowly and sometimes quickly in the tech community. Got very lucky. Markets have boomed, but now I diversify like crazy. And what does diversify mean? You're never more than a certain amount of your net worth in any one thing, and you try and make sure those things aren't correlated to each other. 80 to 95% of people, it's one of the greatest grifts in the modern economy, is believing that some guy who looks old and unhappy and has suspenders and went to Harvard knows more about the markets than you.
Take a photo of our passport. There's so many different apps where you can go in and invest in the S&P 500. You don't need to call someone or know someone, and you can invest. What's the minimum you can invest? $50.
Realize no one's as impressed or thinking about your shit as much as you are. I remember my best friend Lee Lotus picking me up to go to the beach when I was in college, and he was scrambling to find $2,000 to put it into something called an IRA Roth. My other joke about Ferrari is Ferrari's like having a long, consistent erection. I don't have a Ferrari. Anyways, and realize people aren't as impressed with your shit as you are.
That's so true. So one of the things that stopped me when I was young from doing exactly what you just said is I didn't think that the $500 I had, £500 that I had, was enough to get started. To illuminate the power of compounding interest when you invest in these S&P 500 companies. And this glass represents investing.
To add flour fabulous chocolate cake to your order from Balthazar Boulangerie in 1 minute or less. Price people in real estate will say if you really account for maintenance and one, in the United States, it's very tax advantage. There are very few asset classes you can lever up 4 to 1. That is forced savings. You know that mortgage payment is coming every month. Now, you want to make sure that not more than 40% of your income goes into a house. Otherwise, it's just going to be your anchor. It's just going to be a source of stress for you.
Okay, so it is 5 minutes, I think, until my class starts. I feel a little bit hot, got a little bit of a slight sweat on there, trying to change the bed. I always forget how changing the bed is almost like a mini workout. Like, it's quite intense, you know? But yeah, change the bed, put the new electric blanket on. I'm so excited to turn it on tonight and let it work its magic. So excited. I was just listening to a Diary of a CEO podcast as well. I haven't listened to many podcasts in the last little while. I listen to a podcast when I'm cleaning or when I'm tidying most of the time, because tidying and cleaning is so boring. I need something to keep me occupied. But recently, when I've been going on a walk, I've just been enjoying having nothing on, no music, no podcast, just walking and just enjoying nature. So I've not been listening to as many podcasts as I usually would. But that's okay, that's all right. I think it's good anyway to limit the amount of entertainment, technology that you get. I've been listening to less podcasts, I've been watching less YouTube, and I've just been going on social media a bit less recently anyway. Just because sometimes you don't realise how, as much as social media is so much fun and I love it, but sometimes when you're getting so much information all of the time, it can just be a bit of an information overload, and you do just need time with your mind and your thoughts to just wander and not always be entertained or not always have something to occupy your mind. I say that having just listened to a podcast while I've been changing the bed, but I have also had time this morning when I was doing my makeup where I had no YouTube on or no music or anything. Yeah, I think it's good to try and be kind of intentional. Yeah, kind of not always be relying on something all of the time, because sometimes, even though something can be entertaining, it's actually tiring at the same time. So you do need to just give your mind a rest and just not always have something on in the background, you know? But I am one of those people that always usually will have something on while I'm doing something else. And especially for things that are really boring, like cleaning or tidying. I don't think I could clean or tidy without having something on. Otherwise, I probably would just end up not doing it. So it is good to be able to have things such as podcasts and fun things to be able to keep us going in a task. Definitely. But yeah, I've just been a bit more intentional recently and just not always automatically putting on a YouTube video when I have a spare 20 minutes. Sometimes I'll have times where I'm eating my lunch and I decide I'm going to eat with nothing on and I'm just in silence, you know? So yeah, anyway, my lesson is in 2 minutes. Let's go. Hello. Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. Happy Monday. How was your weekend?
Yeah. Good.
Good. What did you do?
Today I went to school.
Ah, okay. So you're back at school.
Yeah.
And we know that we have to find the will by 8 o'clock tonight.
This mystery is proving to be more complicated than and Warnock desperately solves these puzzles to help God in his head and also get my confidence up.
So when he says it is more complicated What does it mean if something is complicated? Does it mean it is easy or difficult?
Difficult.
Difficult. Good. Yes. So if something is complicated, it is difficult. People do strange
Things.
things. Yes, good. People do strange things. In their wills. Yes, great. Some make. Good. That's a nice cardigan. Oh, autumnal vibes, cute bedding, leaf on it. Very nice. I like that mustard yellow one as well. Reduced to £30 from £40. That's really nice. Obviously, I'm loving my pink kettle and toaster, but isn't this a really nice colour for a toaster and a kettle? Gorgeous green. 65 each. Very cute. I know these are for kids, but sometimes I do get tempted because look how cute these water bottles are. Oh my gosh. All of the Disney princesses on. I love it.
It's impossible to...
So I've put on this laptop skin and I have to say I'm not impressed. Look at how uneven this is. Like, it clearly does not fit properly. There's that huge gap at the end and it just does not cover the keys. It's okay kind of at the bottom, but at the top I just can't seem to like if I pull it up then it doesn't cover the bottom. Oh, that's so annoying. This clearly does not fit properly. According to this, it's high precision moulding, 100% form fitted to original keyboard keys, allowing for unparalleled tactile response. I don't think so. I'm tempted to put my old laptop skin on because although this has like holes all in it and it's really annoying, but at least it actually covers the keys better than this does. See? Much better. And this kind of sticks to the keys as well, whereas this new one doesn't even really stick, it just sits on top. But it has to kind of stick, otherwise it's gonna like move when I'm typing, you know? Yeah, unfortunately, these have got holes in and it just looks very shabby. That is really annoying. Really annoying. I specifically looked for a MacBook Air keyboard skin, whatever it's called, and I checked that it fit for MacBook Air and it said that it did, but it obviously does not. So I'm just replying to any students' messages or parents' messages, and then I'm also accepting new invitations for new classes and things like that. So yeah, I finished teaching now. I finished my classes for the day. I have been to Sainsbury's to get my usual food shop that I always do on a Monday. And yeah, I had a little look in Sainsbury's, like, to see if there were any cute autumn bits, but there weren't really any, there wasn't that much really. That kettle and toaster, like that sage green combo that I saw, that was really nice, wasn't it? Like I said, I'm still absolutely loving my pink toaster and kettle and microwave, but I really do love like a sage green. Like, it's just such a nice, beautiful colour, isn't it? It's very modern. I feel like sage green is very in at the moment. I think I'm gonna read for a little while. Earplugs in for maximum peace and quiet.
Whenever you're down, out in the cold, faithless and dark, your story's untold. Come take my hand and walk there with me. I know a place where we can be free. There is a light shining for you, guiding your way, helping you through. And shadows and gloom are all that you see. We'll find a place where we can be free. From the mountain top down to the deepest valley, hear a voice calling you.
Just finished Heartless by Elsie Silver, and that was so beautiful. I absolutely loved that. In this book, Cade lives on a ranch and he's a 38-year-old single dad with a 5-year-old son called Luke. He's very grumpy, sees life as being glass half empty. He meets Willa, who is a babysitter. Willa is a really fun girl. She's a bit directionless. She's not really sure what she's doing with her life. She is a bartender, but she's not entirely happy with where her life is, but she doesn't really know what she wants to do. So this is a really, really lovely, lovely story because she kind of finds her purpose by the end of the book with Cade and his son. Also as well, Cade turns into a bit of a softie. I love that this had lots of heartwarming and like really cute moments, but then also lots of humour, very witty. I like it when a book has a bit of both. That's really nice. Like, I love it when a book is kind of well-rounded like that. So I really enjoyed this. I think it's going to be really hard for me to love the other books as much as I have loved this one. Never say never. I might absolutely adore the next book. I'm sure I will. I did enjoy the first one. The first book was called Flawless, and that was good, but this was my favourite, I think. I think this is probably going to be my favourite out of the whole series. Now I've finished Heartless, I will be moving on to Powerless. I'll start reading this tonight before bed, I think. Exciting! New book, starting a new book tonight. New book with my fresh bed sheets and my new electric blanket.
It's down one of them at the moment. Oh, you want to do it again? Neutral, which I actually loved.
I finished dinner. It was absolutely delicious. I had the same thing that I've had like, I don't know, 6 vlogs in a row at this point. Jacket potato, mince, spring onion and broccoli. It was nice. It was very, very nice. And now I'm feeling a bit of a sweet treat, you know, something a little bit sweet. I think I'm gonna go for that Oreo grenade protein bar with the porridge and Biscoff combo. It probably doesn't sound like anything that great, like porridge, you're having porridge for dessert, but honestly, it's so, so good. And if you're in a calorie deficit and you're trying to eat things that keep you full but are still tasty, then this is such a good snack to have. Not a snack, a meal, I guess. But also you have to be hungry to have it, like, because it is kind of filling, because it's got protein in it, and then obviously oats and porridge are filling too. So I've got to have it on a day when I'm feeling hungry. This porridge always wants to explode. There's nothing worse than porridge that explodes in the microwave because it just goes everywhere. So I always watch the microwave like a hawk. I think that should be okay. Did have an extra 8 seconds left, but we'll leave it there because it might explode. Grenade Oreo bar. Oh, 18 grams instead of 15. Do you know what? I'll treat myself. Give myself those 3 grams extra. Most of the time I am usually quite accurate, but as long as I'm not giving myself extra grams all the time, because then I won't be in a calorie deficit anymore. But no, I am usually really good. I am usually very on the nose when it comes to my calories and everything. And at this point, I'm so eager to come out of this calorie deficit because I have been in it for a long time now. And it's fine because, you know, I'm doing my thing, my body's doing its thing. Like, I am losing fat over time, which I'm really glad about, but I'm just excited to eat at maintenance and not be like, not that I'm super strict, but you know what it's like when you're on a weight loss or a fat loss journey. Like, you have to be kind of particular and you have to think a lot. So I'm just excited to like get to a stage where I don't have to think about food as much, you know? So I'm excited to get out of the calorie deficit. I think I've probably got another maybe year to go until I reach my goal, maybe a year and a half, I don't know. When I say it out loud, it sounds like such a long time, but it's much better to do something sustainably. Slow and sustainable is much better than doing something that's super quick and something that you can't keep up for longer than like 6 weeks, you know? Although I have done this slowly, because I started in my calorie deficit in like July 2021 and it's now August 2024, so 3 years later, but I have lost like 4.5 stone at this point, and I've got like another maybe 2 to 3 stone to go, maybe 2 stone, I think, I'll see. So I am chugging along gradually, you know, I'm getting there. So I am really happy with how things are going and I'm really proud of myself, but I am excited to get to the finish line. Like, I can't imagine how good it's going to be eating at maintenance. Like, my maintenance calories, I'm not exactly sure what they would be. I don't know, maybe not quite 2,000, maybe 1,900, maybe 2,000. I'll have to see how things go. I'm in a deficit of like 1,500 and something calories. So to have an extra like 200 calories even would be amazing, you know? This is how the bowl is looking. It looks like mush, really, but it tastes glorious, honestly. It's nice as well when the porridge goes into this like clumpy kind of pasty consistency, and we've got the protein bar as well, which is just like all gooey and melty. Look at the Biscoff as well. Honestly, if I close my eyes, this tastes like I'm eating cake or something. It's so good. And there's like 400 and something calories in this, which isn't too bad considering it's a filling, high-ish protein, and it's sweet, so it gets that sweet craving. This is my favourite dessert at the moment, but I don't have it every single day. It depends how hungry I am, because it is filling, so if I'm not that hungry then I won't have this, but today I'm feeling hungry. Perfect. Right, let's put Meg and Greb back on.
You can see properly, these tiles are gorgeous. In your house, you just gather so much and just shove it in the attic and then forget about it. And it's like, do you actually need that stuff? Because you'd probably never look at it again. I mean, some of it. There are lots of like Christmas decorations and things like that behind here, which I'm quite looking forward to looking through.
These candles are smelling absolutely delightful. This one is white linen and lace. It's just a very fresh, kind of neutral, nice smell. And this one is noir, myrrh and vanilla bean. Also very lovely. I feel like these both complement each other nicely too. Get your candles out because it's autumn. Is it technically autumn yet? I feel like it's not technically autumn. I think it's like further on into September. I thought I saw a spider. Is that a spider? No, it's just a piece of fluff. Honestly, the amount of spiders I'm seeing at the moment, anytime I see a black fluffy thing, I'm just like, oh, it's a spider. Most of the time it is a spider, because like I said, spider season is upon us. But yeah, I don't think it's actually autumn as of yet. We've not really had like a full summer as such. In the UK, the weather is always very hit and miss. This year we've kind of had more rain than anything, but I'm not actually too mad about that, because I think I've mentioned before that I actually like it when it's kind of raining and cloudy, because it's like quieter at home and it's just more peaceful. Whereas when it's like in the summertime, all of the neighbours are out and about and sometimes sit under my window and it's just a bit stressful. So I actually prefer it when it's like nice and cozy and like this. So, but I do still love summer, absolutely love the sunshine. It's just like an automatic feel good burst of goodness, you know, like everyone feels good when the sun comes out, like, so I love the sun. But yeah, I'm just really looking forward to just cozy autumn winter weather. Like, I don't know why, more so this year than usual. Yeah, like I find myself getting a little bit excited that it's getting darker in the morning when I wake up and that it's getting darker in the evenings. It's just nice and cozy. It's just nice and cozy. I just love it. Really enjoyed my delicious dessert, porridgey, cakey bowl, whatever you call it. It was so good, honestly. Rightio then. So I'm gonna wash up and take off my makeup, do my skincare, brush my teeth, cozy up on the sofa and read my new book, because I finished that one earlier today, so I'm going to read a new book, which is exciting, and then head to bed. So yes, thank you so much for watching this vlog. Thank you for spending the day with me, and I will see you next week. See you next Wednesday. Good night. Bye.